Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha. And in this video, we are going to talk about long-term investing. And I am going to discuss with you five large cap stocks that I think have a very high growth potential in the future. So let's begin. So before we talk about these five stocks, let's talk about the power of value investing. So this gentleman on your screen here is Mr. Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, and he is a pure value investor. So, what is value investing? It's basically buying stocks when they are underpriced to yield maximum returns, or buying stocks when the price of the stock is less than its intrinsic value, which is nothing but the true value of the stock. So, there are a lot of theories around calculating this intrinsic value, and these are two popular methods. So, the first one is the Graham formula, given by Mr. Benjamin Graham, a very famous American economist and investor, and he basically gave his formula in one of his most popular books, that is The Intelligent Investor. So it's a good book, by the way. And the second method is the discounted cash flow method. So these are two methods which you should be aware about if you want to do value investing. So now let's talk about these five stocks, or even before that, I'm sure that you might be knowing by now that how important it is to invest and the power of compounding. And if you haven't seen my video on how you can become a millionaire by 30 or 35, please go check it out, because that video explains how powerful can compounding be and how important it is to do some long-term investment in some of the good quality blue chip stocks. So with that being said, now let's just get into these five stocks and talk about them. So the first stock undoubtedly is Reliance Industries. And so basically what we are doing here when we are picking up these five stocks, we are ensuring that all of these belong from a different sector. So we have a good diversified portfolio. So Reliance is basically the listed company with the largest market cap, and it has a diversified business portfolio. So it has petrochemical and refineries business. It has digital businesses. I'm sure you all might be knowing about Geo and its subsidiaries, and it has retail business as well. Now, why am I picking this company? Because this company has really aggressive growth plans for the future. If I talk about the petrochemical space, I guess they have an ongoing deal with Saudi Aramco, which is one of the most largest companies in the world. And for Geo, I guess most of you might be knowing that Geo has a plethora of high quality investors, including Facebook and Google. So I need not explain it here. As far as the retail business is concerned, so they basically made an acquisition with the Future Group, and Future Group is named as Big Bazaar in India, and it's one of the most popular retail chains in India. They do have some ongoing conflict with Amazon, but I guess uh, irrespective of the outcome, whether it's positive or negative for Reliance, I guess they do have really aggressive growth plans. And not only that, they have made some recent acquisitions in the retail space. So they are not looking back. They are just planning their growth in the most efficient way that they can. And again, this has been a huge wealth creator in the past. This has given humongous returns to its investors. And Reliance has a high weightage in Nifty. I guess it's the by rank, it's I guess it has the most weightage, or it is on the second position. I guess first is HDFC Bank now after the rebalancing. Never mind, it has a high weightage in Nifty, and it has a really strong management. So I guess I need not even give a brief about that. Everyone knows about Mr. Mukesh Ambani and the other management of Reliance. And yes, it's net debt free company. So it's not debt free, but what net debt free means is that it has enough cash to remove all of its debt. And according to me, the best value buy, or if you want to purchase this stock as on date, would be under rupees 1900. That is the best value buy for Reliance. So let's learn a bit more about Reliance. So these are the kind of products that Reliance has. It's in polymer business, it's in chemical business, polyesters, petroleum and refineries, textile, retail, in-store brands, and again, it has a really diversified business, and I need not explain it further. But before that, let's just see what sort of stock is Reliance, and let's learn a bit more about Reliance. So if I talk about the PE ratio, so PE ratio is basically a way to measure how expensive a stock is. which is nothing but the ratio of the current stock price divided by the earnings of the company. So a less PE ratio means that the stock is cheap. A high PE ratio means that the stock is overvalued. So you can see that Reliance has a PE ratio of around 31.51, and the sector PE, that is the PE ratio of other companies in the same business, is around 23. So no doubt Reliance is expensive, but I think it's a blue chip stock and you can afford to pay this kind of a price for this because it has a really high growth potential in the future. And another thing that we need to look out when we are comparing any company is basically the ROE, or the return on equity, which basically measures the financial performance of a particular company. And a higher ROE is always desirable whenever we are investing in any particular company. So, according to me, an ROE of 10 or more is considered to be good, and Reliance has an ROE of 10.3. So, I think it's good from an ROE perspective as well. And similar to ROE, we also have ROCE, which is return on capital employed. They are almost the same. And if you want to basically find out the difference, so all I can say in one line is that if a company has some debt, you should always look at ROCE. If the company is debt free, you should always look at ROE when comparing the performance. So, yeah, that's about Reliance. Let's move on to the next stock. The next stock undoubtedly is Hindustan Unilever, which is from the FMCG segment. And needless to say, it is a market leader in the FMCG segment. And it has an amazing reach throughout India and a diversified range of products. We'll see soon. And the best part is that it is debt-free company. And one of the important things that we need to consider is that we should try to invest in debt-free companies because if at all some pandemic like COVID-19 comes, so these companies can manage really well because they don't have to pay any debt or interest. And I think this is great. So always look out for debt-free companies. Except for the financial space, the story is different there. But always look out for debt-free companies. And again, HUL has been a huge wealth creator in the past. And I spoke about ROE a few moments back, and HUL has a very high ROE. We'll see soon. And HUL also has a high weightage in Nifty. It's a good dividend yielding stock. It has a very strong management, and the best value buy, according to me, for now, would be under rupees 2200. So let's learn a bit more about HUL. And yeah, one more thing. Let's look at a 5 year return, or what sort of return has Reliance given in the 5 years. So you can see amazing return profile. It has given really good returns of over 300%. It means that if you had invested 1 lakh rupees in 2015 in Reliance, its value would have been more than rupees 4 lakh as on date. So I think this is great, and there is a lot of upside which is still remaining in Reliance. And yeah, let's talk about HUL, or Hindustan Unilever. So again, as I said, that it's again a blue chip stock, so it is higher. It has a high PE ratio than the sector, and it's expensive than other stocks in the same sector. But again, when it comes to the kind of growth that this company has, I think no one is competing here. And again, if you have a look at the 5 year profile, okay, the 5 year returns, again, you see that it's a whopping 178% returns. So I think this is again great, and the company pays out good dividends. And here are the other details which you can see. And talking about the products, I'm sure most of you are familiar with these products because you might be using them in your day-to-day schedule. So I guess this is about HUL, and it's definitely a company you should consider investing if you're looking for a good large cap company in the FMCG sector. The third stock is Bajaj Finance, which is a market leader in the NBFC and lending segment. And one of the reasons is that it has amazing reach throughout India. And when I will show you the returns profile of the last 5 years, you will be shocked to see that it has been a huge wealth creator in the past. And again, it has a high ROE. And I'm sorry, let me show you the other ratios for Hindustan Unilever. Now you see that I told you HUL has a very high ROE, and you can see that yourself. It has an ROE of more than 85%. Now that is amazing, and that's one of the best things that I like about this company, that it has no debt and it has such amazing ROE. That's really spectacular. Yeah, so coming back to Bajaj Finance, it again has a high ROE. Bajaj Finance is also a Nifty 50 stocks and contains good weightage in Nifty. It is again having a really strong management. I think I don't need to introduce Bajaj Group of companies. You all might be knowing that. And if you want to purchase this stock for long term, the best value buy according to me as on date is rupees 4500 or below. And one of the things that I want to tell you is that it is a favorite stock for a lot of foreign institutional investors, including government of Singapore. So government of Singapore has some good stake in Bajaj Finance as well. So let's look at Bajaj Finance now. You can see that again, it's a blue chip stock, so the PE ratio is definitely quite higher, and the stock has run up quite a much recently. So I think you should wait for some correction and then accumulate on 4500 or below. So you can see that it is great. Let's have a look at the 5-year return profile, and if you can see, this stock has created a really good returns for its investors, a return of more than 700%. This means if you had invested 1 lakh rupees in 2015, the value would have been more than 8 lakh rupees as on date. This is simply amazing, and you cannot afford to miss out on this particular stock. This is simply amazing. And let's have a look at the other ratios. You can see it again has an ROE of 20.2%, and anything about 10 is good for me. So you can see that it's again a great company to invest in, and I think you can expect some more growth in the times to come. Let's talk about the fourth stock, which is Avenue Supermarts or DMarts, which is from the retail chain, from the retail domain. I'm sorry. And one of the reasons behind picking this is the attractive business model that it has, and it's again expanding to the online business as well. And the speciality about DMart is that all the 214 stores that they have across India are owned and not rented. This is really great and saves them a lot of rental costs. And it is again backed by one of the most successful billionaire investor and businessman, Mr. Radhakishan Damani. DMart has been a good wealth creator in the past since its listing in 2017, and DMart also has a very high ROE. And again, these are my personal thoughts, but I think that one day this stock is going to be a part of Nifty 50, and the moment that happens, the stock is going to become a rocket and touch new heights. And again, DMart is almost a debt-free company. It's not totally debt-free, but I think the debt is very minuscule compared to the amount of earnings and revenue that these guys are generating. And the best value buy for DMart as on date is rupees 2300 or below. Now let's explore DMart. So you can see in 5 years it has given a return of more than 317%, or this is not even 5 years. The stock was listed in 2017, and in almost 3.5 years it has given you a really good return. So this is definitely worth looking at. Unfortunately, the PE ratio is really high, but this has been the story since its listing. The stock has been one of the favorite of investors, and people are just not ready to sell this stock. People are every dip is a buying opportunity for people. Let's look at the ROE. So ROE is again good enough. Anything about 10 is okay for me, and it has a really huge market cap. I think this is even more than Britannia, which is another great stock in the FMCG space. But I think that if you are betting on retail and you want to pick one large cap company, DMart is your stock. Finally, let's talk about the last company, which is IRCTC, which is from travel and tourism. Now, one of the reasons why I picked this stock is because it's a market leader and it is a monopoly stock. It has a really good grip on its business and it's a debt-free company. And again, IRCTC has a healthy dividend payout with a really high ROE and strong financials. And the best value buy, according to me, as on date, would be rupees 1400 or below. And again, it has been an amazing wealth creator since its listing. So let's explore IRCTC. You can see that the PE ratio is not that expensive when compared to the sector. And one of the best things is that it is the market leader and the sector leader. So I think you can buy this. And again, if you look at the revenue and the profits, they have been increasing quarter on quarter. So I guess this is really great. And let's have a look at the ROE of the company. So the ROE again, as I mentioned, is really good. It's over a 40%, and that is really amazing. And let's also have a look at the revenue and price of the other stocks, which I missed initially. So let's look at Reliance. Reliance, again, you can see that the revenue has been consistently increasing every quarter. And if you talk about the profits have been staying consistent. But again, given the COVID pandemic, the profits are not going down. That in itself is a really great thing. After Reliance, we talked about HUL, and even in HUL, you can see that it has been an increasing bars, which you can see for the revenue and the profits as well. The third stock that we discussed was Bajaj Finance, and let's have a look at that. And even for Bajaj Finance, you can see that this has been consistently increasing both the revenue as well as the profits. So the company is in growth mode. And lastly, let's look at DMart. So again, you can see that the revenue has been increasing consistently. The profits have been also increasing consistently. So I think all these five stocks are really great if you're looking for a diversified long-term portfolio. And these are the stocks which can give you really good return in times to come, and there is a lot of growth left. That's what I personally think. So I think that this is it for this video, and I hope you liked the video. I might consider doing a similar video for five mid cap stocks and five small cap stocks with large growth potential for future. And I guess this is it for this video. Hopefully you are liking the content, and if you do, please subscribe the channel and please leave a like if you like the content, because that is a motivation for me to keep producing amazing content for you guys. So I guess this is it for this video. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.